Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to Paraphilosoph City Skylines videos. In this episode I will continue developing my Bedrock city. This is a city on hard mode in which I hope to get up to 1 million sims, no matter how hard it may be. In the previous two episodes I had built up this little neighborhood of residential. I have made Stone Valley as the district, and up here I have Maxi Rock, which is my industrial district. I have some commercial that is placed inside the residential and next to the industry. I am using the one water pump and water drain pipe for the power. I have two coal power plants now, one here and one over here. The one landfill site is enough, but it's already up to 31% full. I had to raise my taxes up a little bit. They are now at 10% for everybody. As for my budget, I had to reduce some of these things to kind of try and save money, because it is 25% more expensive to pay for services and utilities in the hard mode. Also the buildings themselves are 25% more expensive. So as you can see, the wind turbine for me is 7,500 compared to the 6,000 that it is usually costing in the normal mode. I have placed some parks to increase the leisure activities for my teams. Now there is quite difference of opinion. How exactly do you level up industry? Some people say that industry needs to be covered with all the services, and the industry will indeed at some point tell you not enough services and it will not grow, or it will go abandoned. And some people have said that industry does need parks, and as you can see here, some of this industry is indeed covered by the parks, and it's green compared to the industry that is not covered by a park. So there is definitely an influence. But again, as you might have seen if you have watched my Let's Learn to Play videos, it's not really easy to discover what exactly pushes industry to actually level up. Here, if we take a look at the industry closest to the park, we can see that there is no change compared to the industry that's far away from the park. So still they have not gone up even a little bit to the second level. They are kind of covered by my services. The fire department is covering them, the clinic is not, and the police station also is not. I haven't bought a school because these teams are uneducated, and this industry requires uneducated workers, and so does the commercial. So therefore I haven't bothered to spend money to educate them. If you hear construction during my videos, it's because there is construction of a building going on next to mine, so don't mind the hammering and other sounds of heavy construction. My roads are one-ways that are bringing the sims into the city, and one way is going out. As soon as I notice too many industry trucks coming in and bringing their cargo through my residential, I will be taking care of that by building another one-way going this way and getting into the industry park through there. As for the resources on the map, I do have some land ready for farms over here, and like I showed you in my previous videos, and here is some oil. Like I showed you in my previous videos, you can make your own forestry industry. You do not have to zone industry on places where there is already forest on the map. You can choose the tree brush tool, which is a mod. You can take a lot of trees, make a lot of trees like this, place it a few times, and then if you zone industry there, it will grow as the forestry industry. It does pollute very, very slightly, and the agricultural industry does not pollute at all, while the general industry does pollute a whole lot. As for the policies in the Stone Valley, I have only banned smoking, while in the Maxi Rock I have used the policy for smoke detection distribution, so that the industry would go down in flames less often. Now that we have that covered, and I do have a large demand for residential, I can take a look here, and unemployment is only 1%, so I can build more streets and zone more residential. Need to check how's my power and water. I should increase the budget on the power a little bit, few percentages, and I do have now enough cash to start building more zones. I can build them right here. I'll just expand these roads and add more residential zones here. You probably know by now that there is a problem with commercial where the parks will take over the demand or so to speak kill the demand for the commercial. You can fix it at the moment by using a mod which one of the people have made, and it does fix the problem where the parks are taking the demand from commercial. I am not going to use it yet because I'm not sure is there a side effect to using that mod, so I do not wish to use it for now. I will see to play the game like this and hope that the developers will have an update before that becomes a problem in my city. What do we have here? This was a one-way up to here, so I can use a road through here. But I think I will just do this instead. And then connect them over here. You cannot connect several roads at the same time, which is pretty interesting. You have to go one by one. I am not entirely sure what is the reason. I am kind of thinking that it might be because in this game you can simply bulldoze the road without worrying about that you're going to bulldoze any buildings that are connected to the road. So the buildings themselves are also movable. You can relocate a building. It costs a little bit of money. So the fact that the buildings are not connected to roads like that, it means that they lack a certain property, and probably the same property is preventing you from drawing roads over each other. I should probably play on a higher speed if I don't want this to take forever. As you can see, I've spent pretty much all of my money, but I am expecting to get higher taxes from all this new residential I have zoned. I do have enough power for them, and I do have enough water for them. They should be covered by the services. Well, kinda covered. At this point, the city is large enough that I would even need 2 service buildings placed, because they're not centralized here and then cover both sides. But that would be pretty expensive. As you can see here, a clinic alone would cost me 12,000, a fire station 15,000, a police station also 15,000. So the service buildings are very expensive on the hard mode. We see here a lot more traffic going through these areas and heading for my industry. So I may want to take a road through here, go up, come about here, page up, go above this one. Oh, come on, you have to be able to go above. There we go. Let's go straight then. And then curve it. Why won't you curve? Okay, that's good enough. Go straight. Am I out of money? Yes, I am. Okay, I will have to wait a little bit more. I will connect this one down through here. Make this here a two-way, and then connect this one over here. That way the industry will have a way to import straight through here instead of going through the residential areas. I can get more residential here. Let's see, is it covered by water? Almost completely covered by water. Do I need more power? No. Do I need more water? I may need some more water very soon. Increase that a little bit. How's my unemployment? 2%, so definitely a demand for more residential. Should build a park here though, before I start expanding this other stuff. How about a nice big park, if I can fit one? There, quite nice. Can put down a little shop here. I can continue zoning. over here, and over here as well. There we go, new zones. Now my income should be higher, and so it is. I will increase the budget on the services so that they can cover these new areas. How's the power and the water? Fine. And I had stopped here trying to connect this road. Pause for a second. There we go, and now this one has a one-way into here. There we go, and now we can see that any new trucks coming in should use this one as soon as new trucks spawn who know about this road. There's one, there's two, there's three. Desert Sims. There's more, and they have started using this. So they won't go through the residential area anymore. They are going to keep using this road to get their deliveries to the industrial area. Excellent. Now that I have more Sims, I should check what does getting a boomtown unlock. It unlocks the bus depot, the cemetery. That would require me to build it right away if I unlock it. So I should be careful not to get to 2,500 Sims before I have enough money to buy the cemetery. Like I told you in my previous videos, once you unlock something, then the demand for it is created, and if you don't have the cash to build it, you can get into trouble. So you should be careful with these milestones and try to keep your population just below the milestone until you have the cash required to actually unlock the milestone and the buildings that come with it. If I want to build more homes here, I am going to have to extend the water pipes. Fire department on station, very good. How's the garbage? At 50% now. Power 42 out of 50, water okay. So I can definitely expand a little bit. Let's see over here. And my residence 2,300, almost zero population coming in. So I can definitely expand a little bit more. Let's see where. Okay, over here. I should probably expand here as well, simply because it's covered by the services and rather than going over here. But this is a one-way, which I will have to fix up to become a two-way. I wonder what did I exactly do over here. Did I do a one-way again after rebuilding it? Yeah, I believe I did. Very stupid of me. It's supposed to be a two-way. Wasn't probably thinking while I was doing it, even though I was supposed to be doing it. Okay, this goes through here, and this one through here, and then this connects here. Alright, and now I can build more zones here. I need to move this park a little bit. No, don't go like that, like that. There we go. And now some more zones. Covered by water? Yes, it is. Now you may be wondering, why did I leave this unzoned? It's because this is an intersection and I don't want any homes to be turned right on to the intersection, and because it's one of the more important ones, I will unzone this piece here as well. can have more housing here, just a little bit more. And as my unemployment starts to grow, it's now at 7%, I can get more industry. Some of it here, and if I put a road here, I will have enough space for a new landfill and some more space for industry. Excellent. Boomtown. There we go. Boom. Cemetery unlocked. I got a cash bonus, so I can build a cemetery now. Let's try and find a spot somewhere in the middle, like so. Did I unlock something else? Yes, the high school, but like I said, no need for higher education of my teams. Not enough buyers for products. Not enough buyers for products. What exactly would you have me do about that? I cannot build any more commercial because it will not grow up here. I mean, I could try, but I kind of doubt it's gonna build. And I now have abandoned factories. Well, I have unemployment and they need to work in these factories, but the factories themselves cannot operate because they do not have anybody buying their goods, which is presenting me with a singular problem. How will I grow my residential areas if my residents don't have anywhere to work because the factories are going out of business because they have nobody to sell to? How do we go around this problem? I mean, the commercial is not gonna go up. These areas are gonna stay like this for a long time. If the commercial were to grow to level 2, then maybe there would be more demand for goods. Alright, so generic industry is not going to flourish. Let's try and see what will happen if I have the agriculture industry, which is here. So it would be so handy if I could use the road tool while I have this natural resources overview turned on, but the developers seem to have forgotten about that completely. Let's see, a road through here. Now I choose the tool for the districts. Create a district out of this area here, like so. And then choose the agricultural farm industry, as it's called, farming industry. And then my zone industry here. Maybe too much over here. And now, as I lose these buildings to abandonment, I will dezone what I bulldoze so that no more general industry pops up, but rather farming industry. And zone, and zone, and zone. This here as well. Over here. Where else? That would be all of it, I think. Yep, that's okay. Now the farming industry spends a lot of water, so I will increase my budget for water to 90%. Power, I am electric consumption more than I'm producing. I should definitely increase this. There we go. 64 out of 55. 55 out of 64 used. And here is the industry. They also use just uneducated workers, so I don't need to build any schools for them. I need to wait for my unemployment to go down before I can zone for more residential. And the unemployment should go down because this area should become industry. We'll see what happens with their products. Are they going to be able to, are they going to be able to sell their products? Almost forgot the water pipes. There we go, much better. Should have enough capacity. Now, since the industry does spend a lot of water, I could reduce their water usage by this policy. It will require an upkeep per the building, but it will reduce the water usage. That takes care of that. Let me see about the land value. Yep, still very low, even though it is covered by services. Well, the fire department might not be covering everything. We'll need to build a new one, most definitely. It could be that I do need some schools also to get this area more land value. The buildings themselves are just level 1s, so that would explain the fact that the land value is low, because it seems that it's not like the land value shows up just because you have the services. The land value will become green because there are buildings who are higher level on that land that is higher level. So you cannot see that the land value is high until a building goes up a level on that land. But the prerequisite for that land to be to have a building that's higher level is to have services and leisure activities, as they're called, from the parks. It's kind of a weird system. You will have to get used to it to be able to figure it out. Unemployment 1%. Alright, time to zone more residential. As I said, the agriculture does not pollute, so you can have residents living right next door. Again, with the roads not being... Oh, okay, well, they can go like this. Over here, I can develop some more. And now I will definitely need to build a fire station here if I want to keep expanding here. Should check my balance sheet. 7,100 plus income, 5,800 expenses. Alright, so still okay. That is a bright red. It almost hurts my eyes to look at it. The residents are going up. The next milestone is at 5,000. So, and it will unlock the advanced services. Well, I think I can safely keep expanding the city because I already have those services and do not need to build them as they unlock. If you have not followed my Let's Learn to Play, you will have seen a video where once I had plopped the high level services, those buildings that are the hospital, the police, the fire station and the police headquarters. It had a huge effect on the land value, and suddenly buildings that were on the edges of my low land value, they started moving out, even though they were like at 4 out of 5 levels. For whatever reason, the new services had a huge impact on somehow reducing, or the people who lived on the edges of the land value felt like it wasn't high enough level for them to now stay there, and they wanted higher level land, and they exited, and I had a huge exodus from my city, lost several thousand people. So you should take care when you decide to upgrade to the higher level services. They do seem to have unforeseen consequences. Alright, am I getting more? It seems to move in. I am. Should not have placed these trees. Now I cannot see where exactly can I expand the farms. I believe I can expand a little bit more here, as long as I don't connect the roads. And the residential can go here. Well, now I will have to connect this one with a two-way. Over here, and the one-way goes into there we go. Now more residential over here. The pollution is not that high. I could get some residents here, but I would rather leave this spot empty for any new buildings that I really have to build, and they are required to be in the center, like the school, for example. But everything here still requires only uneducated workers, so no schools yet. How big is this? Yeah, I was afraid of this. I need to bring back this district as residential, like so. Oh, right, and this needs to be expanded over here. The fire station does not have water. Let's fix that. There we go. Do I have enough water and power? Just enough. Definitely need to increase this a smidge. Unemployment at 4%. I can wait for more industry to develop. And did those commercial build up here? No, as you can see, very little commercial demand. The industry still says that they do not have anybody to sell to, and they are abandoning ship. So I need to dezone this stuff as I bulldoze it. I did not have this problem when I was starting my first city. Not sure why is it so big of a problem here. Very strange indeed. Well, I will have to think on this conundrum for a while. This would be all the time for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned for more.